Hello, and welcome to the second devlog of my farming RPG game. I'm Shirley, an indie game developer working on a farming RPG where you can grow mythical crops with special powers and explore a world full of activities. Over the past month, I've been implementing a mining and combat system, and I want to share my progress with you in this devlog. The mining and combat system takes place inside a labyrinth with 100 stages. The labyrinth is filled with materials that can be used to upgrade tools and craft new items to enhance the gameplay experience. As you advance through the stages, the chances of finding valuable materials increases. To access these materials, players need to defeat the monsters that are guarding each stage. Every stage in the labyrinth consists of a combat arena followed by a treasure room. Successfully clearing all the monsters in the arena opens the door to the treasure room, allowing mining without the threat of enemy attacks. I decided to separate combat from mining because I want to make the game experience more relaxing. Sometimes it can feel stressful to gather resources when you're constantly under attack. I've also made sure the game isn't too punishing when the player is not strong enough to defeat the monsters. Players have the option to escape combat and return later after leveling up their abilities. You can always teleport to stages that are already cleared, so there's no need to start from the beginning every time. Since my game is primarily focused on farming, I want to keep the combat mechanics simple. I decided to go with the bullet heaven or reverse bullet hell combat style, which is popular in recent roguelike games like Vampire Survivors and Potato. Basically, the combat abilities automatically target and attack enemies. So during combat, all you need to focus on is dodging enemies and collecting drops. It's straightforward but very satisfying to see waves of enemies get wiped out by your abilities. So far I've implemented two abilities, Sorcerer's Orb and Flower Field. Sorcerer's Orb deals high damage and targets the nearest enemy, which is great against tougher enemies like the cactus monster. Flower Field is an AoE ability that deals lower damage but hits all enemies within its area, so it's great against large groups of weaker enemies like the shadow bunnies. I've also added a game menu with a skills tab where you can unlock and upgrade combat abilities. Unlocking these abilities requires combat experience points collected during battles. Some skills require special items to unlock. For example, upgrading Flower Field might require planting and harvesting specific flowers. This makes the mining, combat, and farming systems complement each other, since progress made in one area can also benefit other aspects of the game. There's still a lot to work on for the mining and combat system. I'm planning to add more combat abilities and maybe a collectible system where players can gather skill cards to unlock unique passive abilities that alter their combat style. I'm also planning to add more enemies, including bosses at key stages to keep the combat exciting throughout the 100 stages. I want to make the treasure room feel rewarding, so I'll add more types of resources to the treasure rooms like random crates, gemstones, and artifacts. The labyrinth's art still needs a lot of improvement, but I'll leave this for the production phase of development. I want to add more room designs, decorations, and themes for different sets of stages to make the labyrinth visually engaging and immersive. After spending the last month focusing on the labyrinth, I think I need a change of scenery, so my next focus will be on implementing the town map and adding NPCs. I think NPCs will be fun to implement and they'll make the game feel more alive. That wraps up this devlog. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the mining and combat system and the game in general, so feel free to share them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more updates on my development progress. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.